Welcome to my Ephesians 2:8 journey. And I will read Ephesians 2:8 so you understand why I chose Ephesians 2:8. First of all, I'm reading Ephesians, and it's been a great read for sure. But welcome to my Ephesians 2:8 journey, where I will be sharing my experiences, my honest and raw experiences as being a new Christian. And this channel is really to create an amazing Christian village. I'm looking for Christian brothers and sisters along this journey. I was going to the store today, and I was walking in the store, and I'm like, I would love to just be on the phone with my sister in Christ right now. And I'm reading Ephesians and just talk about what it's making me feel, and how it's helping. You don't know me, I am Kel'a. I am newly married. I have 2 children of my own, and then a bonus child and 2 dogs. So what we got? 5 kids. And I got my hands full, to say the least. I have a 3-year-old and a 12-year-old, so it's just like, wow, what was I thinking? What you will see, old content, it is my old YouTube channel, which is from my loan signing career. It was an amazing journey. I had got pregnant at the height of my career, and my pregnancy towards the end got a little bit of complicated, and so I had to take a break and tend to my premature baby. So after that, I realized, I was over that phase, and I tried to find my way. I have a nonprofit called the Girls Workshop, where I help my inner city kids, youth girls, build confidence, self-esteem, teach them about self-love, self-care, health and wellness. We talk about so many different things. Some of them may tell me about their men. I don't know. But I'm here to support and encourage and uplift. And I'm here to serve, especially my youth girls, because I couldn't imagine having been a part of something like that. And as I was growing up, it would have probably just been the biggest blessing. So I say I am for creating things that I didn't have, that I need. And that is why I have my Girls Workshop. So yes, I also am about to be a college graduate. Well, I already graduated, but I'm getting my bachelor's, and I'm starting my master's in 3 weeks. So wow, I have accomplished so much in 2024. 2024 has been an amazing year for me, as far as just self-development, growth, knowledge, and planting my seeds and allowing them to just blossom, and truly taking care of them and tending to them. So I earned 2 degrees in 1 year, and I will be earning my master's at the end of next year, if not sooner. I am all for accelerated. Let's get it done. So I will be of the 10% of Black women with a master's degree in education. So I'm so proud of myself. I haven't digested it yet. I go walk on March 1st or 3rd, one of the two. Maybe I'm getting it confused. My sister's birthday is the 3rd. I can't really remember. It's the first week of March. I go to Arizona to walk, and I'm just proud of myself. It's been a long journey. At one point, I was taking 11 classes in a month, because I was taking classes on this. It's called Sophia. So in order for me I wanted to just pay $100. So I was like, I got to take all the classes I can. And so 11 was my max, and I was tapped out. So I am, again, newly Christian. I got baptized. I got saved maybe 5 months ago, and I got baptized about 4 months ago. I joined church. I'm always at church. I'm at every event. We have a revival coming up. I said I have surgery on the 2nd, but my revival is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and I'm gonna be there, bandages and all. And I'm so thankful that I decided to embark on this journey in finding Christ. And I will read Ephesians 2:8 because this is why I named my YouTube Ephesians 2:8 journey. And this is in the New Testament. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourself. It is the gift of God. I just want to keep going. Ephesians is just, I'm just so thankful for Ephesians. And then I'll read out of the commentary just because as a new Christian, I needed help to process the things that I was reading, especially in the New Testaments. And I have a question though. And please just comment below because this is where I need my village and this is why I'm here. So how do you all feel about the different versions of the Bible? Are you guys reading out of anything else? Because I know there's different versions and I don't understand them. I don't understand what it is, because this is the Bible that I was gifted by my aunt. It's old. I ain't even gonna it's old. And then I got a new Bible gift from my church when I became a member, and or when I got saved. And I'm like, this I can understand this. Is there an international version, a translated version? I'm like, what? So to avoid all having 92 Bibles, I just got Tony Evans' commentary. And so this is 2:8 through 9. And I'm gonna be honest, this me being very honest, I ain't the best reader. First of all, I wear glasses that I refuse to constantly wear because I just am like, this is gonna make my eyes worse, okay? So I can barely see, but I also just ain't the best reader out loud. So I will read because I'm not ashamed, but just pray for me, okay? We don't judge me. No judgment here, right? This grace is only available through faith. If grace is what God deposited for you, faith is the way you make a withdrawal. It is means of withdrawing God's grace so that it is made manifest in history. Grace is God's gift, received, not earned. Period. Okay? So, excuse me. That is why I chose Ephesians 2:8 as the name, because if it wasn't for God's grace, I don't know where I would be. Let me turn my light off because it's actually blinding me. Okay. I already cannot see. I have glasses and I don't like them because my insurance, literally, side note, only covered this cheap brand. And I said I should be thankful. I am, but they ugly. Okay? That's just being real. So, but anyways, so with this being my first video, I wanted for it to be my testimony and for you guys to understand kind of where I came from and where I'm at and where I'm headed and why God gets all the praises, and I thank him and he gets all the credit, because I remember a year and a half ago, I've been on this journey again my whole life. I've been in and out of church, but a year and a half ago, I was like, and I'm not a look in the camera type of person, so forgive me. But a year and a half ago, before I started school, I said, Lord, if you just please give me patience and I said discipline and ambition again, because I lost it. I was an entrepreneur. You got to get up and hustle. I was a 5 a.m. Let's go get it. I'm up. I'm drinking coffee. Let's go. I'm always just on the go. And then as I became a wife and a mother of 2, I just started to slow down and get too content and comfortable. And I mean, I lost my drive, man. And I knew, that's my coconut water. They only had my small one, but this is my most expensive habit, to say the least. Probably spend about $300 a month on coconut water. But, anyways, I knew I wanted to I wanted to get education because I had dropped out of school, then went back to get my degree, my high school diploma online, and I never got to I never felt like I truly accomplished something. So I wanted to go back to school, not only for my career, but for myself, for my confidence, right? And I said, God, please just bless me to just get through this. Like, I'm going to plant this seed. Just continue to give me the motivation to want to get up and do this, even when I don't feel like it. And he did. So I got my associate's degree. I'm like, God, please just give me the strength to do this bachelor's. When I say this bachelor's ain't no joke, okay? I'm like, and my friend is actually on her doing her master's, and I'm doing my bachelor's. And then she's like, I'm gonna be honest, friend, like, this master's ain't easy, but like, she's like, the bachelor's wasn't no joke. Like, it's just all these unnecessary classes. Like, so I'm excited to get finished, y'all. I have one class left. I thank God. When I say I thank God, like, I don't even know how I did this. Like, obviously I utilize my resources. I stay focused and I was tunnel vision. And thank you, husband, for being patient, because I ain't seen nothing but the end of the finish line. And so starting this master's is gonna just be the cherry on top, and to see kind of what happens after that. Like I told my friend, I mean, she was like, the doctoral program is like 4 years. I'm like, friend, 4 years gonna pass regardless. How about in 4 years you're a doctor? And so I don't know, because I'm tired, y'all, but I just thank God for getting me through this. And I'm able to tell my children that, yes, your mom graduated college with a master's degree as a Black woman in education. And my bachelor's is actually in business. And then my master's will be in education. And then I'm going to open up a daycare. But period. Oh, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So again, I'm going to kind of give y'all, I guess, my life in as maybe like the next 10 minutes. And this is for my people that are struggling. Like, this is for my women and men that may be just in the beginning of this journey of, like, even just trying to get your education, or feeling like, maybe you ain't smart enough, or you ain't determined enough, or motivated enough, but you want to make a change, whatever that looks like. Excuse me. So I will be the one to tell you, you can do it. If I can do it. I dropped out in 11th grade, and then I went back and got my high school diploma a couple of years later. And I had a baby. I got pregnant at 19, or was I 20? Single mother for 7, 8, 9 years. Well, about 10 years actually, because we didn't get married. And when I say we was struggling, y'all, we was in the hood, bottom of the barrel in neighborhood. And I remember, y'all, my best friend, she helped me move in with her husband, and I asked her husband, I was like, because like he knew this area. I'm like, excuse me. I was like, I'm not in the hood. And he's like, you dead smack in the middle of it. I'm like, oh, okay. But guess what I did? I made the best out of it. This was our home. I was thankful for my landlord who allowed me to rent from him, because I had an eviction and I was living with a girl, and she kind of left me with the rent. And I'm like, girl, that's why I got a roommate, because like, I can't afford this. So fast forward, he did believe in me, and I thank him. I thank my previous landlord too. She believed in me also, and I thank them. But he's like, nah, you like dead smack in the middle of the hood. I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to still go on my runs. I'm going to still be out. My daughter going to still play at the park. And I'm still going to make the best out of it. He's like, that's a good attitude to have. He was dead smack in the hood, y'all. And it was okay. And I got through it. And there was times before that where I didn't have nothing. My mom was in another state. My dad is in another state. My daughter's father was nowhere to be found. And I remember times asking him, I need help. Like, I need to feed her. I need help with, our lights are off, be in the dark. And he was like, I don't know what to tell you. It was just, I'm just so happy that that time is over with. Woo. You know, and I did not lean onto God. I was leaning into men and trying to do, you know, things, get rich quick things to just get us out of this place. And it served me nothing. It did not do anything at all. Any good, no good came from that at all. And I wish that I would have had my word and I would have had somebody in my ear like, you need to stick to your word and be consistent and get into a church and really get involved and lean on God for this in this period. And I didn't. So, but my childhood pretty much it was like, as I think about it, as I get older, like my childhood was okay. Minus my father being not here, consistently. He was like an in and out type of father because he didn't live here and he was really focused on his career. And I'm not trying to, I'm gonna be honest, I may offend people through telling my story, but this is my story. So if this is not your perspective of my story, like if my family watches this and sees that, oh, that's not what, this is my perspective. You know, this is what I took from it. So my father's focus was his career and women and whatever else he was doing. He was trying to chase a dream. And if he wants to say that it was because he wanted to get us out the hood per se, whatever, you still did not take care of your kids, period. My mom was the same way, but she was there. You know, I feel like as mothers, by default, we got to be there. We don't get to just take the easy way out like fathers. Peace out, I'm about to chase my dreams. Like, no. My mom was there, but she also was trying to chase her dreams. She also was a broken child, you know, and that still was a broken woman who was in a relationship that did not serve her and did not serve God, and it showed. And my stepfather, you know, he wasn't a terrible guy. He wasn't a terrible guy, but he was a terrible husband. Like and that all makes sense to me now that I'm married and now that I'm older. Like, dude, you're funny, like you're cool, but like you're a friend. Like you letting us drink and smoke and stuff like that. And it's like, we're kids. Like, I mean, but he also is like, I really don't want to be bothered with y'all. So whatever y'all do, I don't really care. Get out my face. But besides that, the best memories that I have, and I know that my trauma some of it is blocked because as I start to talk about it and I start writing it down, I start remembering things. But for the most part, what I remember as a child is having so much fun at my aunt's and my grandma's house. My great grandma's house was the spot. You know, all your cousins over there. My grandma had 8 kids and my great grandma had 9 kids, and all the cousins just be up there. We would have fun. The neighborhood was fun. The school, it was safe. And we would go up there all the time. But we also lived with my mom. So we would go up there for her to go to work, or on weekends for her to go to work, or during the summer. We was up there quite often, quite frequently. My sister lived there because she was adopted at birth. My aunt adopted her because my mom felt like she could not handle having 3 kids at 21. Which I don't know if I could handle that either, for real. So that situation in itself is a tough situation because I am the child that got to stay with my mother and my brother also. But being that my sister was the youngest, she was given up for adoption. And now that I am getting more wiser and more emotionally intelligent, I'm realizing, okay, I was not adopted, so I don't know how that feels, but I can see how you could feel resentment towards your siblings who got to stay with your mom, because my sister's thing was, I would have rather struggled with y'all than not had y'all and not live with y'all. And our thing was, me and my brothers was, there was times we ain't even had no food, and my mom was in jail, and my stepdad was on some weirdo stuff, and I felt like this was us, like her being protected, you know. And for the most part, we was up there every weekend with her, and we still had a relationship, like a super close relationship as kids. But I understand what she's saying when she says, I don't care about none of that. I would have rather been with y'all, struggling in the hood, going to 5011 schools, and, mom being whoever she was, and us just in it together. And I understand that. But my mom also thought that was the best thing for her to do, was to give her up to someone that could actually take care of her, because my mom couldn't even take care of us, So, that has caused a lot of resentment. That has caused a lot of, on my sister's part, because for me, it's like, I was a child too. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice to say, hey mom, you should, in the long run, it's going to really bite you. It's like, I was a year and a half, 18 months apart, each of my siblings. I don't know. I'm a kid too. I'm a baby right with you. I'm 11. I mean, you 6, I'm 7, 7.5. So it's like, what do I know? And then as we got older, a little bit older, there was resentment because on my end, because it was like, you have stability, you have structure, you have home cooked food, you have love, you have nurturing, you're involved in things. I wasn't involved in nothing. I didn't have we would have Wendy's all the time. Like, it was just like, it was no stability at our home. And I resented my sister for that, because I'm like, why are you so ungrateful when you got this whole stable household where your mom is like pouring into you and loves you and gets you whatever you want? And, although your mom is a people pleaser, she also pleases you, So I couldn't understand how she was just so ungrateful. I was like, this is crazy. I wish I had steak and potatoes. I wish I was a part of Girl Scouts. You sitting here mad about everything about, like, look at your life. It's freaking great, but her thing was, I would rather be with y'all than, is this getting dark? My bad, y'all. I would rather be with y'all than here with this lady, and that's how she was thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm a kid. I mean, but all I know how to do is be mad and react, because I don't know anything about, again, I always say this. We should have had counseling, Christian counseling for our whole family, period. That situation was terrible, and we didn't know how to navigate through it. Like, we're kids. We don't know. I don't know why I'm mad at you. I don't know why I don't like you. I don't know why I don't respect you. I don't know why I feel this way about you. Like, and vice versa, But for the most part, we were playing together. We were raised together. It was so much fun going to my grandma's house. It was so much fun. We had a great childhood. I made a lot of friends, neighborhood friends, and I got to do so many different things in the midst of all the bull, I was being molested from 5 to 11 by my uncle, and my sister was too, which I didn't know about. And it was just like it was a hot mess. It was that generation it was that time period where people swept things under the rug, like, you don't say nothing. What goes in this house stays in this house. And I'm like, I'm scared because I was never taught how you have kids. So when I became 11 and I started my period at the park, and I told my aunt, I said, I'm on my period. Like, my aunt was there for me. My mom went to California. I don't know where she went, how long she was gone, but I remember her leaving, and I'm like, is she ever coming back? My grandma was like, she gonna come back. But I had started my period during that time. My aunt was like, here go a pad. You change it. Like, basically, she's like, you can have babies now. I'm like, whoa. And then that clicked in my head. I'm like, well, how do you have babies? Is it because, is it from somebody touching you or humping you? Because that's happening to me. What happens? And so I had to build up the courage. When I said, when my mom come back, and then I had found out my sister was I was like, oh no. And I always felt like with my sister, I'm like, this my baby. I thought she was just the cutest little girl ever. I'm like, she is. My sister was the cutest baby in the whole wide world to me. And I'm like, I did love her so much. I do love her so much. Like, and I was like, he doing what? Okay. So then that gave me extra like courage to like tell, like, I'm about to tell. I was like, I'm going to tell Jasmine. Don't worry about it. I'm going to tell. And so eventually we told, and it was, when I say it was World War III in my family, I am not, that is an understatement. Like, it was terrible. I was like, okay, did we just do the wrong thing by saying something? When I say 8, no, let's see. Out of my grandma's kids, only my mom was on my side. Out of my great grandma's kids, only my great aunt was on our side. Everybody else turned against me and my sister. We were hoes, liars. We loved it. Y'all ain't gonna be nothing. Y'all gonna be stripper hoes and have brothels and have men in and out. And y'all gonna have a whole bunch of kids by a whole different men, whole bunch of men, and y'all ain't gonna do nothing with y'all lives. And I will say this to those people. I will say this. First of all, I am 34 years old and I look beautiful, right? So let's start with that. I'm a beautiful person. Obviously, I have my flaws. Like, I can be as shady as they come. I ain't gonna hold you. But I love God. I'm beautiful. I'm successful. I am married to my son's father. I have a beautiful home. I have a good career. I'm about to graduate with my 2nd degree and I'm working on my 3rd one. So for those people that said me and my sister would not be, my sister's doing really well too, be anything, yeah, that was fuel. Thank you. Because I've surpassed all of you. And that's no shade, that's just the truth. So anyways, but they told me and my sister we wouldn't be nothing, do nothing. And that to 11-year-old, and she was probably 10 or 9, or maybe she was 9 or 8 or 9. And to say that to us, it was just devastating. And this is kind of where our lives kind of got tough, because I was living with my mom and my brother.